Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Citizen Sleeper. In the last episode we met Bliss and she's asking for some money. And I have remembered that I need to upgrade myself here. I have 4 points. What do we want to get? I think I'm going to get the +2 to interface, since we are doing so much interfacing. And it's just going to be really useful. We still have 1 point left, but maybe I'll hold on to that 1 point until we can get a +2 for extra intuition, maybe? Could also try and get photosynthetic skin. Or hard to kill. I'd quite like to be hard to kill. That seems like a great way to survive, doesn't it? Let's descend here. Actually, what's on the net up here? Absolutely nothing. Wonderful. I'm going to say we can use our 2 dice here to get ourselves some Heaven Edge data, hopefully. We can sell. Yet again, Hardin. Wait, Hardin agent? Oh, of course. Let's see, we can use a 2, 4, or a 6. Let's see what we get here. It's not what I planned, but hey. Maybe it's good. Hardin agent port unlocked. The security protocols on this agent are serious stuff, yes. I guess does now I can put a Ripperworm in there? Yes. Slotting the Ripperworm means a whole lot of data on Hardin's activities for Fang. Okay, port closed. The worm begins tearing through the data cache, spinning out a thread to Fang's terminal. Oh, another one of those then? There's a Yatagan agent. Yatagan. Hardin agent. Heaven Edge agent. Well, I won't be making any money because I used all my dice. I only have 18 cryo. I feel like I've made some pretty dangerous choices here. Let's sell. Let's sell some Heaven Edge data. Just so I don't feel quite so broke. 10. That's Yatagan. I don't think they'll be very happy. Hey, I got some information for you, Yatagan guys. It's your own information. There we go. Now we have 38 cryo. That's a little bit more respectable. Let's go rest in our empty container. One day we'll get a nicer house. Do I lose a dice? Ah, I do. Oh, good lord, what a horrible roll. 2, 6, 1 and a 2. I mean, I can probably make them work. If I use this as a money-making run. Let's go into the data here. Let's do the other Heaven Edge agent. Not Heaven Edge, sorry. Hardin. Where is he? Yet again, Hardin agent, here he is. What do we need for this? A 1? A 3? Oh, let's use our 1. You remember the guy who lived here? He didn't tip. Time for him to see the consequences. Okay, we've unlocked a port. And we'll slot in the Ripperworm. The worm makes a little nest among the agent's data. Enjoy your stay, little friend. Alright, while else I'm here, let's use this do on the Heaven Edge agent here. I may actually do that on another one if I can. It's just I've only got Yatagans, don't I? Boop. Oh, here's another Heaven Edge. Let's use our 2 here. That gives us 4 Heaven Edge data. That's 40 cryo. That's a good amount of money. I feel a little less worried, especially since we need money to help Bliss. What is this? Oh, Fang, of course. We need to speak to Fang about slotting his Ripperworms. Let me just sell some more of this Heaven Edge data. I'm going to have to do this one at a time, aren't I? Lovely. 1. 2. 3. 4. I still don't know if this is the best way to make money. It's definitely one of the easier ways to make money. Right, now we have 83 cryo. And we have a 6. let's use our 6, right? Up in the... let's fully unlock. Not the gimbal lounge, where is it? Is it the hub? Yeah, that's... Oh, it's a bit over the top, but sure. Why not? Okay, we've unlocked Weightless Wanderer, which has given us Keisho's Capsules, Spacer Sleeping Berths. The only place to sleep on the hub, packed off a colony ship and welded to the ring. They are surprisingly expensive to rent. Ooh, do you reckon we actually have to pay rent? Like, not going to be a one-off fee, is it? It's going to be you have to pay every X many cycles. But that is a place to stay. That would be nicer than my cargo container, because I have a funny feeling the better our living situation, the less we lose energy and condition every cycle. Something along those lines anyway. That's my theory, because if you look at the empty container, it has stats, that we say, when we go to sleep. Let's go speak to Feng, I guess. Oh god, what could possibly go wrong here? As you walk into the timber, you quickly spot Feng arguing with Jenna. Let's approach. You come up behind Feng, and he turns and notices you. Jenna stops mid-tirade. As you arrive, she turns to you. You again. You here to vouch for this layabout? Sure. He laughs. Well, well. And what are you two up to? Feng winks at you and interjects. It's like I told you, Jenna. I'm helping them out, getting them settled, sorting their life out. They are a sleeper. You know what that means? Jenna softens. He looks a little embarrassed. Of course I know. She stops to think. Look, Feng, I get it. You're trying to help. But if you want to keep this job, you are going to need to be a bit more reliable. Feng nods solemnly. Won't happen again, Jenna. I promise. He looks suspiciously between the two of you. Okay then. He turns to you. And look, I didn't mean to. Just be cool, alright? He turns and walks back to the bar. Well, well. Didn't know you'd stand up for me, sleeper. Feng claps you on the back. I appreciate the solidarity. He takes out his slate, pulsing with pale light. Now, let's take a look at what you are really here for. The slate is a whirring mess of code streams, coming direct from the Ripper worms as they dig through the agent's data and spin it into threads for the slate to pick up. Anything good? Feng scrolls the display with a finger. Yeah, a lot of junk. A lot of dull as hell message threads. A lot of tedious data caches, but Feng's eyes flash. Definitely some good stuff. He stops the screen scrolling on an entry and expands it. Check this out. Feng shows you the screen. You see a bold corporate logo. Not Solheim's. And a word below. Conway, Feng says. He's working with Conway. Conway? Who are they? Conway Extractions. They're an automated extraction corporation. The biggest. They run drone mining, colony reclamation, massive salvage jobs. He's been speaking with them personally. Got a whole chain of messages here, but it's mostly encrypted or redacted. He rubs his head. Damn it. This is juicy, but we can't nail him with it. He scrolls some more. Wait. What's this? A wasteland reclamation facility right here on the eye? He glances at you. What's the bet this place is tucked into the wastes? The wastes? What the hell are the wastes? It's a section of the eye Erlin couldn't reclaim. It was too damaged. Too cut off. Back before the collapse, people would have got there by going down the connect spoke from the hub. But that spoke's broken now, so the only way is the long way, round the rim, past the greenway. He shows you on his slate. Feng looks away, thinking. Conway have been making moves on this system since the collapse. I heard they took over one of the Solheim's old belt colonies a while ago, moved everyone out and reclaimed the whole rock. What's their angle? Hardin has to be offering them something. Feng looks back at the screen. But if Hardin is involved in it, then we need to check it out. Simple as that. So what's next? Feng stares out into the middle distance. We have to get to that facility. The answer to whatever Hardin has been prepping, been planning, has to be there. We are going to catch him in the act. Give me 5, maybe 6 cycles, and then I'll see you on the Greenway. I seem to remember there's some old service docks on the outer shell by the Haifa building. Could be a good place to meet. Feng squeezes your shoulder. Thanks again, Sleeper, for sticking with this. I haven't forgotten about that tracker of yours either. And I'm going to need to be back in my bay to pull a solution together. He turns the slate around to face you, showing a mass of scrolling code. I've been working on fixing my brakes. He winks. Feng grins widely. Now, I gotta go ask for some time off from Jenna. Wish me luck. He waves as he walks back to the bar, where Jenna is standing. A look of deep exhaustion in her eyes. Poor Jenna. I feel so sorry for Jenna. We got another upgrade point, which is always good. Ooh, bloody Ethan is getting close to being a problem again. 3 more cycles, huh? I'm kind of surprised there isn't a place to stay in the low end, you know. Oh, I never actually managed to finish filling up low ender. That might be why. Maybe that's worth doing. But obviously we need to get to the Greenway. All of our quests are like go to the Greenway. It's going to cost me 100 cryo to get through. God damn, that's expensive. Let's... Oh god, we also need 100 cryo for... condition. How much data do I have? 3, so I've got another 30 cryo there. I'm just going to sell it all, you know. We can always get more, I think. This would give me enough. It's a little bit precarious, I will admit. If I have some 6s, I think coming to play Tableau is a good way of making money. We'll make 24 cryo per roll, which is more money than we'd make from hacking. Yeah, we got 113. I could pay the pass right now, but let's rest in our shipping container, as you do. Pretty good rolls there. We do need to eat. Oh, Sabine's ready to speak. Let's go speak to Sabine before we do anything else. 4 cycles, Sabine said. And here you are, right on time, with no sign of them. We wait a while in the apartment, then dread descending as the cycle spins onward. They should be here. Check the terminal. You check and double the terminal. The messages or recordings. Nothing. Just the pale glow. The silence. Check the door. You pace back and forth around the apartment. The rumbling of the station suddenly so present and loud. You go to the door and open it to an empty corridor. You close it again. Carry on waiting. You try to settle down, to wait. You sit on the bunk and stare out at the tiny room. Where the hell are they? A knock at the door. Go and open it. Uh-oh! A figure stands in the door, and immediately you know it's not Sabine. They are taller, sharper, and something in their face glints in the half-light. A dark shape, like a stubby baton, hangs loosely from their hand. Hello, local sleeper. Good to finally meet you. She steps into the apartment, glancing around with sharp eyes. What, may I ask, are you doing here? He fixes you with a steady, unwavering stare. Waiting for a friend? Of course. A mutual friend of ours, the good doctor. He walks past you into the apartment, glancing around. We set him up here, you know. This place is one of ours. He picks up a glass from the dispenser and inspects it. People always seem to forget who put them where they are. He glances at you, and I suppose you're here to help. Where are they? I was hoping you would be able to help with that. She spins the baton in her fingers by her side, her eyes not leaving yours. We have a problem, you and I. It seems our friend has disappeared, left without even saying goodbye, which means they are in a little trouble now. But it's the kind of trouble that you need help for. So I thought I'd come down here and take a look at their little hidey hole. And here you are. The help. He looks through the detritus on the side. And what help? A sleeper, no less. Which I have to admit is a little surprising. It suggests to me that our friend hasn't been very honest with you, either. What do you mean? Well, I'm sorry to report that before we got them to set up here, Sabine was working for your owners. He pauses. Essenarp. You blink hard at the news, unsure how to take it. Rabia looks away, waiting for a response. Oh, prove it. Happily. He crosses into the next room, and you follow silently. She sits at the terminal and touches her baton to one of the access ports. A spark and the terminal screen skips, encrypted folders emptying themselves before your eyes. In the flicker of the files you see Essenarp letterheads and code forms, reports laden with medical data marked with the corporate logo like the sigil of some cult. Rabia steps away from the terminal. Look, all you want. Some of your files may even be there. The volume of documents is overwhelming, but they seem to be mostly reports on early emulation tests, surveys with sleeper candidates, reams and reams of usage data. If Sabine was an Essenarp employee, why did they help you? Rabia reaches over and places a vial of stabilizer on the desk, breaking your concentration. It shimmers in the screen light. It's viscous, clear liquid crystalline within the glass. We will of course keep up the supply. We are more than able to dispense important medicines even without the doctor. You hold it between your fingers, and for a tiny moment you have the urge to crush this object for the power it has over you. I'll ask Toshiro to make those a little cheaper for you. He'll be running the surgery now. Rabia closes up the briefcase lab and holds it at her side. We have to retrieve our assets, of course, but I'm sure you'll understand. Rabia turns on her way out. There's no reason for us to be enemies, Sleeper. Come see me. I'll keep an office nearby. We have good work to do, you and I. Meet me there in a few cycles. He slips out silently into the corridor. You look around the apartment and feel the fear drain out of your body to reveal the tiredness beneath. So how much cheaper are we talking? 80? I mean, that's a solid 20 cryo discount. I mean, maybe Yadagat isn't that bad. Should we go speak to her? Oh god. Oh, we gotta wait. Here's her office over here. We gotta wait 2 cycles. A constant flow of people seem to be visiting Rabia's office. We'll need to wait your turn. Right, let's spend some of these dice. We still need money. Quite large volumes of money. So let's do... We could try to beer. We have a 6. See if we can get the 24 cryo. Be nice. Why use a 6 when I can use a 5? I got a +1 here, right? Yeah. Start action, let's see. You hit a stride of good games, amassing a solid stack of chits in your final game. A decisive defeat. The other player applauds. There we go, we've got 24 cryo, that's pretty good. Where do I want to spend these other ones? Do I want to become a low-ender? I feel like unlocking all of these things has some sort of passive benefit, so maybe it is worth doing. I mean... spend my 5 there? Let's see. If I spend the 6, we'll definitely unlock low-ender. Let's do it. Not money, but, you know. You duel with a sharp-eyed teenager. Yeah, there we go. We are now a low-ender. What have we unlocked? Wait, new drive discovered. What have we... Crack Conway. That's Conway facility. Build a home. There's a derelict unit in the low end that remains unclaimed. Lots of scrap and a little work. It could be yours. Ooh, hello. Ah, I need 4 scrap. Ooh, I have 2 scrap. That's good, right? This half-built unit looks long forgotten. A project that never made it. With enough scrap, you might be able to seal it up. Well, this is what I got it for. Oh, did she give me a stabilizer? Well, that was very nice of her. That means I don't have to worry about buying it. Wonderful. These Yatagan guys aren't that bad at all. You tuck the scrap into the shattered interior. It's hard to imagine this place as a home. It can't be worse than a container. Exactly. And if it's free, well, other than the cost of 2 more pieces of scrap, that's a really good trade right there. And then let's use our final dice on a Heaven Age agent. Is there one hanging around? There is. Hello. Give me your data. I need it. Alright. And then we'll go sell this data. The Tamba. I need to keep the Yatagan guys on side because they are my way of making money right now. Almost exclusively my way of making money. Alright, so how much money is that giving me? 169. Nice. So I think in the next episode I am going to try and go into the Greenway and we're going to see what's beyond the Founder's Gap. Oh, we also have Castor here. Dubious? Oh no, a curious data fence. Maybe we'll speak to him in the next episode. But I'm going to end this episode here. So thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel. It is greatly appreciated. And as always, I'll see you next time.